This is the women's 59 kilo A session, one of the most intense sessions of the entire championships. An extremely experienced athlete.
Yeah, taking her time, getting composed for this.
15 years of international competition. 2009, she first turned up at the Youth World Champs. Yeah, and
not good.
She's having one of those days, and that's going to be a big issue. That's
tough.
really upsetting
That's
to
tough.
see for Zoe.
Yeah.
You know, she's mentioned this to us before. We've just spoken about this. She just has a hard time at the moment. It's really tough to see. You know, it's so interesting how these things happen. You know, you can be snatching 84 kilos for, I mean, I can see here she first snatched 84 kilos on a third attempt in 2010 at the Youth Olympic qualification event for Europe. She placed second there. You know, that is 13 years ago. She was, what, 16?
Yeah.
When she did that?
It's also like, you know, it's the mind is a powerful thing.
Oh, my word, yeah.
I mean, it's when it's working for you, you can feel unstoppable. When it's working, you know, maybe not with you or against you even, it's so challenging.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a lot harder than it looks from the outside.
I think it's possible she just said that she's done. I'm not exactly sure what was done there. It looked like they were talking to her. She looked up at Stu Martin and
taking her wrist
she said something. Off. She's walking back to the platform. I would be surprised if they withdraw her right now, because they're going to think to themselves, okay, we've got a few minutes to try and turn her around and see if we can get her to come out and let some other athletes come out first.
You know,
she's saying, you can see her. I think she just said, I can't.
Yeah.
And Stu's going to do what he can to try and get her back in fighting shape. But like you said, the mind is a powerful thing. It's stronger than the body, and you know, her body can snatch 10 kilos more than this, but when the mind says you can't, you can't. There's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Yeah, I'm guessing they they withdrew her.
They did?
Yeah, I saw the attempts all go red there.
Yeah, she's withdrawn.
That's unfortunate to see, but you know, she's had a very long successful career.
Yeah. Yeah. She actually said to me today, it's not going to go well.
Oh,
I didn't mention that because I just thought that's like...
It's hard.
She said don't expect much, or she said something like that. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, very nice opener.
That's a good lift. That's Marinella Morosan from Romania. Getting on the board. We don't know a huge amount about Marinella, but she told us that she snatched 87 kilos in training this year, which is opened up pretty heavy, to be honest, considering she's only made 2 kilos more recently. This is her 4th international competition. Her best competition snatch is 88%. In 4 competitions, she has 100% opening accuracy. Made all of her lifts in her snatch opener and her clean and jerk opener. But fun fact, or maybe I don't know if it's fun, but she hasn't made a clean and jerk 3rd attempt yet.
Oh,
so
wow.
Maybe we'll see it. Maybe we'll see it. You know,
room for improvement.
Certainly. Just shows that you're going for big lifts on the 3rd attempt.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you've got to go for them. If you make them, maybe you get medals, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So here's Sofia from Greece, 87 kilos.
Nice lift.
Yeah, very smooth.
She's on the board now.
Sofia is an athlete who I remember seeing at her first international, the World Champs in Uzbekistan, 2 years and 2 months ago, and she's She's looking sharper. I mean, she
very much.
She snatched 86 there, you know, so she's only up by a kilo, but it just didn't look anything like how it does now.
Yeah,
her best snatch, 94 now. So she's
really clean lift.
The Greeks once a powerhouse, of course, in world weightlifting. Arguably, almost certainly the best in the world at the time.
Yeah,
you couldn't really beat that 90s Greek dream team.
Yeah, huge collection, basically across all the weight classes almost.
Yeah, across the whole weight classes, and then 3 once-in-a-generation superstars all at once. Second attempt for Marinella, 3 kilo jump.
Oh, you know, she got way out over the bar there, and that transition above her knee was really slow. You could see that kind of created some problems in the turnover.
She will have 2 minutes to recover and prepare for the third attempt. Taylor Wilkins, prepare to follow.
She's going to repeat that. She's got a 2-minute clock. Run down a few seconds here, but she'd have to jump to 89 to get any more time. But it's probably likely that Wilkins is going to open heavier than 89 as well. It's the second Romanian we've seen with the smelling salts. They're either not very strong, or she has an incredible tolerance. Incredible tolerance for the ammonia.
Some of these athletes, they've been sniffing salts since they were children. They've been doing the sport a while, but no, I think we actually had some. I mentioned this yesterday at the Asian Championships, and they were definitely significantly weaker than the little bottles that you'd get in the USA off Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that you see people on podcasts sniffing just for fun.
They have skull and crossbones on them.
Right, yeah. And it says, "Do not inhale.
Yeah.
Danger of death." Yeah. It's very different from those.
All right, here she goes. Really watch what she does around the knee as that bar passes the knee. She struggled to get speed there in the second pull. It's better than the second attempt, but just not there.
Hitchy.
Yeah.
A little bit sort of deceleration right at the... It's almost like the slowest portion of the pull is at the hip.
Yeah.
And then she re-accelerates. It's just not the best use of her strength.
All right, 89 now. Taylor Wilkins is being called out, but
this is...
We'll see if she goes above this.
Yeah,
I have to imagine she's going to open in the mid-90s.
I mean, what does Taylor normally open at? Let's take a look. Recently, okay, so at the Pan Am Games, she opened at 88. But prior to that, 93, 94, 92, 92, so... Yeah, this seems a little light. And also, if she's here for trying to... Well, is she going... I mean, is she really trying to get 4th in the world?
I have to believe. I think they took a really large attempt. You know, she went for 220, 124, 126. I think it was
127.
Yeah,
she's taken a few stabs at 127 in the past.
Yeah, big attempts there. So I can see her. You know, if she could snatch, they probably see it as snatching 101.
But she needs 234.
Yeah, I mean,
not 224.
I think it's a question of.
Which in itself would be an amazing total.
Best ever lifts together. Then there's the stretch goal, and then there's a little bit of magic that's maybe in the mix between the coach and athlete.
Right. That's what it needs.
The hope. It's a massive leap, but what else are you gonna do?
So here comes the European champion from the 55 kilo category, Andrea Katruta, debuting for us now at 59.
Oh, strong opener.
Well, Max, the reason you know that getting bodyweight has worked for her is that her best snatch before this was 91.
Wow.
And that 90 opener looked like
easy.
nothing. That was
really.
A breeze. Looks like she can She probably won't, but it looks like she can snatch 100.
Yeah.
She could certainly take 93, 96, or 94, 96. That's very, very good. Very strong. And she's a clean and jerker.
Yeah.
So that's where things get exciting. You know, if she can get around to that 95, 118 sort of range, I mean,
could see that.
It's not an Olympic top 10, but it's pretty good.
Georgopoulos. 93 kilo jump. Nice lift.
That's really good.
Yeah, very solid, very smooth.
Yeah, very smooth pull.
Yeah.
Nice turnover.
Doesn't move the feet much, just brings everything in nice and close.
There's a lot of good stuff about that lift. Also, for those of you who've just tuned in and are looking forward to watching Zoe Smith, disappointed to say that she did unfortunately have to pull out after an unsuccessful opening attempt at 84. So that's Zoe out of this session, down to 11 athletes now. And also, for those wondering, Taylor Wilkins from the USA, who is supposed to be up next, whether or not she does come out, we're not sure. She is competing for the USA as an invite, essentially, to the European Championships.
Yeah, an extra lifter.
Yeah, Team USA advised not to travel to Venezuela for the Pan American Championships. They were offered an invitation to the European Championships. So while they can total and put up qualifications that are hopefully going to get them into the Olympics, they cannot actually medal in this European Championships, as you'd expect. Of course, yesterday we saw Hampton Morris in the men's 61s out-total all of the Europeans, but no medal for him.
Yeah, he put on quite the show in the clean and jerk. Oh, here she comes. 92 for Wilkins. It's a pretty solid opener for her. It's big.
Yeah. She's made 85% of all of her snatch openers internationally. This is her 8th international event now. Her highest placing is 2nd. Her best snatch, 98.
Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good lift.
Very nice opening attempt there.
Good lift for Taylor.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out what the motive here is. You know, it could just be that it's an international competition and that's worth doing in your career. You know, Pan Am's, you know, she had probably a pretty good shot at a medal at Pan Am's, but not being able to participate.
Do you know who her coach is?
Vance Newgard.
Is he here?
No, he's not here.
No, it looked like Steve was helping out Piros and Mike there.
That was what I saw. That's why I thought
coach.
maybe it's not that they're not taking it as that kind of a meet.
Yeah.
I would imagine he'd have wanted to have been here, but you know, it's also hard to know if coaches can travel.
92 for Alina.
Just a little forward. If she went to turn it over, didn't quite get it behind her head, didn't push the head through on that catch.
Left arm a little slower than the right. This is her 4th international. Not competed in a few years. Her first was 2017, the Youth World Champs. She placed 16th there, snatch 73, clean jerk 94. So she's come on a long way in the last 7 years.
Yeah.
Reminder, the world record in this category, 111 in the snatch. Kim Il-gyong from the People's Republic of North Korea. That was at the Asian Games 2023 in October. The clean and jerk and total world records of 140 and 247 are held by Kuo Seung-chun from Taiwan, hit at separate competitions. So she's no longer quite the athlete she once was. She's a little lower down the rankings now. I think at number 5th in the world. Here's 92 for the opening attempt of Sara from Finland.
Nice
Wow.
lift.
Yeah, it's a good lift.
Very good. Yeah. Got that bar behind her head really well on that turnover.
Remaining in the same weight, 92 kilos. Second attempt, Alina Shepalova, representing individual neutral athletes.
This is one of those sessions which is honestly, in terms of commentary, it's just a pleasure.
Yeah.
Almost every lift is consequential to some extent. Of course they are in a normal session, but beyond the scope of the European Championships, with these athletes trying to qualify for the Olympics, it's just so fun to watch.
Same thing, but
Yeah,
to a lesser degree there. Didn't quite get it turned over.
Yeah, a little bit of a better attempt.
Yeah. You know, and just like you said, every lift being consequential, it is an interesting situation that we're in, we find ourselves in these competitions because, while there is the European Championships happening here, there's this Olympic qualification, you know, that's sort of the underlying motivation for a lot of athletes as well. So, you know, while everyone is maybe taking attempts that might move them up in the ranking, some of those athletes may have a focus, you know, purely on placement here. And so those two things are, you know, maybe not congruent at all times, you know, taking a bigger lift to get into the top 10 versus maybe taking a lift that would bump you up in the medal placing. So it'll be interesting to see what happens as we get a little deeper into this session with these top people. Looks to be breathing pretty heavily there. She's got to come out and follow herself. Lost the 2-minute clock, I think.
Yeah, well, there were, I think, 2 athletes who might have had 92 written in.
And she is less than 30 seconds here.
20
She has to make this lift to stay in the competition.
Yeah. I assume she knows about the time. That's 10 seconds.
There it is.
Wow.
Night and day difference from the first and second attempts.
It's a different lift. The power off the hips.
Yeah.
Different lift. Great stuff.
Yeah. Got to be a little bit frustrating, though. Bittersweet there. 3 tries to make an opener.
So, where to next? I think we have the 2 French athletes who've got 93 written in, Garance and Dora. Of course, the way that it happens with France being the host nation is that they can qualify 3 men and 3 women as normal. If they don't qualify them, they automatically get sort of gifted 2 spots for the men and 2 spots for the women, for the home athletes.
Yeah.
But if you get yourself in the top 10, then you qualify yourself. But certainly only one of these 2 athletes could go. Here's Garance at 93.
Oh, beautiful lift.
Yeah, it's nice.
Very solid opener.
Good lift and a strong start of the host.
95 is the best snatch, so what a way to come out.
Yeah, she's starting strong.
I'll tell you something crazy about Garance is how many times she competed. What do we think? Maybe 13 times internationally? She's never missed an opener.
Wow, that's successful.
Yeah.
Very consistent.
In fact, this is her 17th international. She's made 17 of 17 opening snatch attempts. And she's made 68% of all of her third attempts in the snatch. It's remarkably high.
Was that her heaviest opener of all time?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
prior to this, it was 92.
If you look at her competition history, it's just a linear growth from the first competition she's done to today. Every single opener has either been the same or slightly higher. That's, I mean, almost everyone. There's maybe one competition.
She almost never went down.
Yeah.
She had one down performance in 2022, but other than that.
Yeah, just a fluke meet in there. Very impressive. Just that kind of consistency and growth is kind of unheard of.
Well, it's got to be scary for Dora, who we can see just on the left-hand side of the screen, the other French athlete who's right now in the lead, but with Garance improving at this rate.
Yeah.
It's a scary person to have chasing you. Sophia now, third attempt. It's a kilo shy of her personal best.
Yeah, really smooth lift. Watch her feet. Oh, very nice.
Wow.
Oh, so
Almost.
close. So close.
You know, when she misses a lift, you really feel that she missed it because she just wasn't strong enough. Because she does move very well. I mean, that was, you know, that was a hair forward, but
yeah,
she's very smooth.
Second attempt for Romanian lifter, Andrea Catruce.
Andrea Catruta, 4 kilo jump, 3 kilo international record. The extra 4 kilos of body weight since we last saw her, done her a world of good. Her last competition was the World Championships. She placed 4th, really missed out on a medal there. Didn't really have a great meet. She snatched 87.
This will be very telling, this lift, of how strong she is. This is a big lift. 94 in the second attempt. Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
We may see high 90s out of her.
Well, I said 90, 94, 96. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a 96 from her.
Assuming they have the live stream in the back, I would imagine they're just going by your game
of
plan.
course. Yeah. Well, you know how I mentioned how in Uzbekistan, one of the South Koreans showed me the Weightlifting House TV app on their phone?
Yeah.
Today, I had the same thing with an athlete from, could have been Switzerland? I actually can't remember now. And they had it on their phone, and I thought, that's pretty cool. You know, they're an athlete competing here. So I assume all the coaches and athletes in the back, of course, got it as well.
Lotus, 95 kilo record. For the first attempt,
There's Dora.
coming from
Yeah.
France, Dora Chakoute.
97 is her best snatch.
Yep, this is a pretty solid opener for her. Definitely would give her a leg up on her teammate.
Yeah. And again, she's also an athlete with an astonishing number of made opening attempts. She's competed over 20 times internationally, and she's made 95% of her snatch openers. Oh, she can't quite hold on.
You know, I almost didn't say it before, but definitely one of the more, I mean, I guess it's hard to describe the technique she employs. It's a little bit more loose.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, I mean, clearly these athletes are feeling the pressure and looking to get into the top 10. She's one of those athletes because she sits right now in 12th. But yeah, she's competed 20 times. She's missed her opener once and now twice. And both times it was because she opened at this weight.
Yeah.
All the other times she opens at 93, 92. She's never missed.
Yeah. Yeah. She has a tendency.
As soon as she gets 95 on, it's just too much.
Yeah.
So the battle between the two French athletes heating up. We've had a make from the trailing athlete Garance, and Dora, who currently sits in the lead in the rankings, the Olympic rankings, misses her opener. Here's the second attempt now for Sara from Finland, a 3 kilo jump from her successful 92 kilo opener.
Oh,
wow.
Very nice save there. Slightly forward, but she shifted under the bar really well.
You know, if you want to say it, you can say it.
I'll refrain.
Okay. Well, I'll say it. She had great presence of mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's actually one of those athletes who's done similarly to some of these other Northern European athletes. She's had training camps with other countries, so she said she spent some time in Estonia with Mart Saim, then she spent some time in Belgium, presumably with Nina Sturks training. So, and we saw that yesterday in the women's 55s.
Yeah,
seven athletes training together.
Psyched to make that one.
She actually tore her patella last year.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's a major injury.
Yeah, she's not back to full volume in training, but she said she's feeling much better. She snatched 99 in 2024 so far, so she's doing well. Here's Dora now, second attempt.
Yeah, Chakute has, like we said, generally like a big jump forward.
Yeah.
Technically a little bit more loose, not as locked in as some of their athletes. Incredibly strong and very athletic, though.
Ever so powerful.
Yeah. Way better. Beautiful attempt.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a 2022 European champion. Competed at the Olympics as well. Placed 4th, just shy of a medal.
Yeah.
In this category, 96, 117 she did it in Tokyo. And I think she used to compete for Cameroon prior to France.
Taylor, are you ready to follow?
Sara's out again here at 95. Did they
take that?
Take that away?
I think we.
I didn't
they
think
have
I saw a jury stop.
Well, they must have done.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a.
I mean,
from our side angle, maybe neither of us watched the front screen on that left. Let's do that on this one.
I wonder if she got red lights and we didn't notice that. Well, she's done it before. She can make this. Oh, what a
so
fight.
Amazing. Oh,
that one for
on.
sure looked good.
Yeah, I watched from the front. There was nothing wrong about those elbows.
Yep. Wow.
Insane lift. When you're here, someone gave her a red. No, they didn't. Sorry, I saw. Misread that graphic. Obviously here live in person, we're right by the platform, but we're off to the angle. It's so hard to not watch that. We have the screens, but you just want to watch from the side, and we do mostly, but it does mean that sometimes we miss press outs. So a couple of times you've got to force yourself to watch one of these front camera screens that you're watching at home.
So Wilkins now at 96.
Yep.
This is a solid lift for her. Best is 98. Oh, good fight.
So good.
Very nice snatch for Wilkins.
And she has a very...
she seems relieved there.
I'm trying to think, is there an athlete who it's similar to? Her technique is very vertical and smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way she pulls the bar, her contact, even her catch position, there's not a lot of swing of the hips or anything like that. It's very precise.
Yeah.
It's almost a little bit Vardanian.
Yeah, very, very good job staying in control. Nothing wasted there.
Very smooth. Here's Garance. Second attempt. She was successful with 93. We mentioned that she's never missed an opening attempt in the snatch. She's had a few misses in her second attempts. Interestingly, she's missed more second attempts than she has third.
Right on cue.
Yeah, right on cue. We'll see. Maybe she does what she normally does, which is come back out and make her third attempt.
Plenty powerful, just swung it behind.
Yeah, she's made most of her third attempts in the snatch.
Yeah. It's an interesting situation because all the French athletes essentially knowing that there's 2 spots available, if no one qualifies, gives them a little bit more liberty to take, more aggressive attempts, try to make bigger totals, because if they do secure a spot, they're definitely in. But, you know, the possibility that they're ranked high as well in the country, they may have that shot or that spot locked up for themselves anyways.
Yeah. So 3 athletes still yet to open. Nina Sturks, 97, she's put in. Lucrezia Magistris, 98. And Camilla Konotop, 100. And Camilla Konotop, you know, she's number 2 in the world. But Nina and Lucrezia, they currently sit at, is it 11th and 12th in the world, I believe. So
yeah, Sturks is 11th.
Yeah, and Lucrezia 12th. So those two have a lot to do if they want to. Well, they don't have a lot to do, but you know they certainly want to do a little bit more to secure up and make their ticket to the Olympics more of a sure thing.
For the lift, 96 kilos. This is all she needs. Coming from France.
They have to lift well.
3 goals.
So I think Garance is going to come out again.
Let's make some noise.
She's got the power for this. Yeah. Just swung at the last one. Looped it behind. 10 seconds. Yep. Just left that one in front. It's got to be a bit frustrating there.
It's got to be, because she's now she put herself in a situation where she has to hit a pretty monster, you know, personal best in the clean and jerk.
Yeah.
Her best is 115. She's tried that 120 mark now. Most recently gave it a go at the Grand Prix in Doha in December. That's what she wants.
Oh.
Dora's done 216, so she wants, Garance wants 217 to move ahead. She snatched here 93, so she need 24. It's probably a bit too much.
So
it's enough to go for, though.
Yeah. Katruda's taking 97 here.
Wow.
It's a big snatch.
This would be a 6 kilo international record in this heavier weight category. You know, she's young. She's still got a lot of energy. You can just see the way she competes.
Just a little forward.
Yeah. You could see her hips coming to the bar significantly earlier.
Frustrated.
Yeah. But she's
you know, she's
having fun.
Yeah, she's really done a lot of work.
On her mental.
Mentally, yeah. She used to get a bit frustrated with lifts, missed lifts.
Yeah,
but
she'd get angry. She would cry on the platform, hit the platform, and you know, almost self-sabotage a bit. But now she's doing so well.
Yeah, she's really come to her own here a lot.
To make a miss like that, and then you know, have fun as she walks off the platform, just goes to show how much she's grown.
Yeah, it serves her well too. She's lifting so much better now.
Yeah. Okay, this is big. Opening attempt now for Nina Sturks, 98 kilos. She is the athlete who sits in 11th right now in the rankings. We believe that with athletes above her who will be pulled out, that she will be in the top 10 regardless of whether she increases this total, but certainly she'll want to get in off her own merit.
What a fight. What a save.
You just can't believe that she does this. And time and time again, she pulls out the saves of the competition.
Yeah. You know, didn't quite get the bar turned over. And
what an athlete.
Yeah, I think she knows that was a fluke, kind of a mistake. Certainly wasn't an issue. Just watch her not quite get through there at the top, but just barely gets up in time.
And that's a kilo under her best snatch. She opened with it. So she's doing exactly what we said these top athletes would do, who are right outside the top 10. Just open big or go home. So she's gonna go for 100, I guess. Finally, we get to see.
Yeah.
She has attempted it. She attempted 100 and 102 in Doha. Missed them both. Yeah, interestingly, in Doha, she made 99, and then you can see Mac's second attempt 100.
Yeah.
That was because automatic increase, and they made an error. She had to run out onto the platform, sprinted, missed it, because she was in such a hurry, and she was understandably very frustrated about that miss.
Yeah, that's a really frustrating scenario.
Yeah.
So Chikunte here, 98. This would put her squarely ahead of her teammate.
Yeah, these are the big lifts now. Wow.
Very strong.
That's a great lift.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. And that's a personal best, actually, by a kilo.
Just an absolutely emotionless.
Yeah. She can get herself into the top 10.
Yeah.
I think we just saw Bastiano, the Italian coach, getting quite riled up ahead of Lucrezia Magistris' opener. Should be coming out very soon. I mean, what are they opening Lucrezia at? 99 they've put in.
I mean, the Italians have just been on a tear.
Here she comes now.
With heavy openers.
I can't tell you how many times we've seen her miss this in training, in the training hall, even in competition. But, you know, she's playing the game more so than the sport in many ways at this point.
Yeah.
You know, to qualify for the Olympics, she just comes in every competition, opens at massive weights, and sometimes she makes them. And it's no wonder that she's up in 12th in the world right now.
99 kilos, big opener. Big opener here. Wow. There it is. Is that going to get whites?
Let's see.
3 reds.
Yeah, again, we
press out.
Fall prey to watching from the side.
Yeah. You know, you could kind of tell from the way she's stabilized in the bottom. A little bit hesitant. He's going to play. Are they going to play the challenge card here?
I wouldn't. They are playing it. I wouldn't risk it personally at this point.
Let's see. Yeah, that right arm.
Yeah. You don't want to play it now.
Yeah, you know, the reality is that.
Oh, you're not going to get given that.
No. Anything that, you know, it's like, I don't think we've ever seen, we rarely see a challenge card actually work.
Occasionally.
You know, it's rare, but it's the kind of thing that you really want to save for the absolute necessity. Your opening snatch, getting a press out, you know, big question mark there. Not sure if it's the right strategy or not.
And the thing is, we can see the replay
here.
The thing with the challenge card is, if you challenge and they turn it over, they would have probably intervened as jury anyway, because they would have seen that they thought it was a make and said, you know, we want to take a look at this ourselves, rather than having to be prompted by the coaches.
Well, we saw that happen last night.
Yeah.
No, 2 nights ago.
2 nights,
the 55 men's session.
No, that was yesterday.
What was it yesterday?
Yeah. We did a lot of
blur
yesterday.
It's a blur of training and sessions
We're day 3 and we're already can't quite remember what we have and haven't seen.
Yeah.
Did we have that 89s already? I don't know.
Yeah.
And there's also that sort of human psychology thing where, you know, the jury, they haven't said we disagree with the judges. So then if you play a challenge card, for them to reverse it is for them to say, oh, we were wrong and we missed that.
Yeah.
And they don't want to say that naturally, or at least they have a bias towards not saying that.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot to play a successful card.
Well, the question is...
And you only get 1, right?
Yeah, you get 1.
Gotta save it.
You know, if it does get overturned and it's in your favor, they give you the card back.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I guess you have...
It's technically unlimited.
Yeah. It's an infinite challenge card hack.
Yeah. So here comes...
So she's repeating the 99. A smart move here. Heavy opener.
Yeah. This is the 3rd Italian we've seen on the women's side of the European champs, and we've not had an opening make yet. Although yesterday Ludovica did take silver in the total.
You know, she just lifted this a minute and a half ago. She knows she can do it. She's got to clean it up a bit. It has to be locked out better. Yeah, little wobble. That's Well, now the question and the reality is setting in with the coaches. Do they call a heavier lift to buy her more time?
Well, 26% snatch, third attempt snatches made in her career. Doesn't bode
There's
well.
Wilkins at 99.
Yeah, that's great.
This would be a personal record for her.
Right. A little bit less experience than most of the athletes here, but
she seems very casual. Big smile on her face.
Yeah, she seems to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, you know, she's in the top 10. And
That's
also
true.
she kind of knows that she's not going to the Olympics. So I think she can have more fun here.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice
good.
lift. There it is.
Yeah, it's a great lift.
Personal record for her. She's got to be happy with that.
So for the US viewers, just a quick reminder, Taylor Wilkins is in the top 10 in the Olympics, and you know, generally the top 10 get to go to the Olympic Games. She's top 10 in her category, but only 3 athletes per gender per country can go, and that's decided based on how high you rank. Now with Jordan Dela Cruz in the 59s, Olivia Reeves in the 71s, even, you know, Matty in the 81s, and then Mary in the plus 81s, or plus 87s, but technically plus 81s for the Olympics. We're just in a situation where Taylor Wilkins is too far down to actually get one of those Olympic spots. So she can kind of compete here with a little bit more freedom and enjoyment of the process, I suppose. Very stressful for these other athletes.
Yeah. Well, here's Magistris.
Yeah.
They've bumped to 100. Mr. Opener on a press out. Missed it forward on the second. Went up a kilo now. Huge lift. She has to make this.
That's it.
Just behind. Wasn't there.
So she'll withdraw, I would I'd imagine now, as we see more and more at these competitions. Because people are just playing the game of the Olympics.
Yeah. You know, and it's and that's the sort of reality of the situation, right? This qualification system has kind of lent itself to athletes really focusing on Olympic qualification more so than the competition itself at hand. You know, they're in a race against a list of 10 versus the people on the platform next to them.
Yeah. Okay, this is massive. This is
Huge
a personal
lift.
record. This lift is so big.
101 kilos, Nina Sturks. 2 kilos on her best.
If she makes it, it's going to be a save. Every lift is a save.
It's going to be. She's got to get it turned over. What a lift.
Oh, my word. And you know what? It's
better than the first by far.
It was right in the spot. That is a perfect lift. Unbelievable stuff there.
She came here to fight, and she executed perfectly. She's got one more, too.
What does she go for? Nothing more than 103, that's for sure. I'm almost wondering if she does a bit of a Norway and goes for 102.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's just very quickly, I just want to run through this. Lucrezia Magistris is in 12th in the world rankings.
Yeah.
And we kind of know that 12th might go to the Olympics because once you remove Taylor and Camilla, everyone moves up too. But Dora has just had the snatch day of her life. So she's in with a chance for sure in the clean and jerks now to leapfrog Magistris and get into that 12th spot and bump Magistris out of the running.
Yeah, the irony there is that Sturks would remain in the exact same spot relative after those two lift. Obviously, Sturks is going to go up, but Konotop just putting on a clinic now with 102.
I mean, Camilla is just one of the best snatchers alive. And what does she snatch? 107 maybe? Let's take a quick look. I think 106, okay, is her best snatch. That's a remarkable snatch.
Yeah.
And when you open at 102, But she's one of those interesting athletes where she makes everything look easy until she misses.
Yeah, just incredibly strong. So 103.
She's not had long to rest.
Sturks has gone to 103, getting a final talk of the focus here.
She's not had long at all.
You know, the question is she satisfied with the second attempt? The 101 was a huge personal record for her.
Well, she's consistent. She is consistent. She's made 62% of all of her third attempts in a snatch. She's competed internationally over 20 times. So this is, it's not a situation she knows because she's never attempted this on the platform. But taking a third attempt and making it is pretty commonplace for Nina Sturks.
Yeah, she's just one of the best competitors we've seen, really.
If she makes this, we could see quite the emotional celebration.
Yeah. Huge
What a
attempt
moment.
here.
Oh, she just can't quite.
What a close attempt.
Yeah, it's right there. But she's in a good spot.
Yeah.
She made 101. She currently sits in 11th, which we think will become 9th. But let's say she wants to actually move up above Taylor and knock Taylor out of the top 10. She would need 222 to do that. So she only needs 121 kilos. I say only. It's a massive lift, but it's within her capabilities.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
her
was
best
so
is
close.
121. So. It was close. It was close.
1 minute.
I was speaking to someone today who said that they'd spoken with her, and she said, you know, if she doesn't get in the top 10 here, she is prepared to cut the 10 kilos and go down to 49.
Yeah, she's, you know, I don't think she gets enough credit for being as versatile as she is.
Amazing.
I mean, she's, you know, we certainly have seen across the years what she's done, but I mean, she's been all up and down
She's
the weight
dominated in 3
classes.
categories, yeah.
Makes a lot of lifts, is consistent, and, you know, really shows up on the platform.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that 101 is a personal record for her, taking 103 and being that close as well.
Yeah.
Really a remarkable lifter, actually.
Just to let people know in case they didn't know, Nina Sturks is in the top 10 in the 49s right now.
Yeah.
But she's technically not in the 59s, and that's the scary thing. Is that if she doesn't get in now, or other people bump her out, or whatever, she will have an offer to go to the games, as long as she loses 20% of her body weight.
That's actually, it's extraordinary, and she would do it. You know, the thing is, we know she would do it.
Well, she did it last time. I think she had to lose close to 10 kilos in the last Olympics.
There's Kana top, 105.
Oh,
very strong.
My word. It's only a kilo under her best.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to go 107 surely and go for that personal best here.
Yeah.
What an insane lift. 3 white lights. An incredible athlete.
Yeah. I mean, it's like she's doing something different than everyone else here. You know.
Yeah. 1 attempt remaining in the snatches. So, by the way, Lucrezia Magistris has withdrawn from clean and jerks. Zoe Smith actually hasn't yet.
Right.
So
yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe she's going to come out and just have some fun
yeah,
in the clean and jerk.
I think we would like to see her maybe take a shot at a medal in the clean and jerk for sure.
Yeah, you know, maybe she says, you know, this could actually well be her last European Championships. She's been coming to the European Champs for, you know, a decade and a half. So she could just say, all right, let's do it. Let's one final hoorah.
Yeah.
She's stronger than everyone except for Lucrezia in the clean and jerk. Sorry, not Lucrezia.
Konotop.
And arguably, well, yeah, maybe not. But she might be able to beat Konotop, but she's one of the strongest here. So you know, she could come out and just hit a big clean and jerk.
She would be really well served to take a shot at a clean and jerk, even if she comes in silver.
Yeah.
You know, that's, I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's no shame in that.
Oh, no. Okay, wow, 108 is being written in.
Huge snatch here.
Yeah, just 6 months ago, this was only 2 kilos under the world record. Now it's 3. Yep, European record. Oh, you know what? She has done 107. We have written in that her best snatch is 106, but actually, she did it at the European Under-23s, and that's not technically an IWF record, so IWF competition, so they don't put it on the IWF database. So then all the other databases that pick up results they sort of never receive these under 23 European competitions. So she has done 107. That is the European senior record. So this is an attempt at a new record. This is a large lift.
Yeah, 108 at 59.
Yeah.
No small feat.
I think the gold in the snatch in the plus 87s last year at Europeans was 111.
Wow.
And so
yeah, this is big.
She's literally half the size of some of those athletes. It's amazing.
No, not quite there.
Not quite there today. Yeah, a really impressive lifter.
She has that way of basically just getting right on the bar and going. And when it works, it just looks incredibly strong.
It
but
looks
when it doesn't, it looks a little bit rushed or a bit off. I mean, she doesn't really need to do 108 to win this.
No. And she's a strong clean and jerker, power jerker.
Yeah. As are most of the Ukrainian team.
Yeah.
10 minutes before the start of the clean and jerk.
Okay, so that's the end of the snatch session from the women's 59 kilo A group, the 2024 European Championships. A quick recap: the gold medal in the snatch to Camilla Konotop, 105 kilos. She went 2 for 3. The silver to Nina Starks, a new personal best for her by 2 kilos, 101. Then the bronze to Dora Chikunte. That's dangerous for some of these other athletes. Dora made 98. She's definitely setting herself up, as well as I think both Dora and Nina are setting themselves up to try and bump out Taylor Wilkins from the 10th spot in the world. But Taylor has also set herself up to improve on her total that put her in 10th. So those three are going to have a great battle for that sort of rearrangement of the 10, 11, 12 sort of range.
Yeah, and at some point there'll be a meeting where declaration of what athletes are going in what categories is going to happen. So we'll have to wait for that, because there's a lot of question marks for a lot of different athletes as far as these lists are concerned. Maybe also a little bit of confusion as to how that system works.
Well, I believe the USA don't wait to see who's been selected from other countries.
They won't have to.
They won't have to, but they don't. Yeah. They don't play that game. Lucrezia Magistris from Italy, she missed all of her snatches and she has withdrawn from the competition. Zoe Smith missed her opening snatch, withdrew her remaining snatch attempts, but is still in the competition, and so is, you know, I would say likely to come out for the clean and jerk.
Yeah. You know, we could have a battle here, actually. Wilkins is a strong clean and jerker.
Oh, we definitely
Wilkins,
do.
You know, we almost don't think about that. She's not eligible for a medal, but, you know, there'll be a little fight back and forth there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the actual European medals, I think, feel pretty locked up already between Camilla, Nina, and Dora, Ukraine, Belgium, France, and the order probably will be that first, second, third, Camilla, Nina, Dora. But almost more exciting is seeing how the top 10 for the Olympics starts to change as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Katruda does as well from Romania. You know, she snatched well, 94. It's a big lift for her.
Yeah, what can she do?
She's opening at 110, which is what she won the Europeans with last year.
Yeah.
In a smaller weight class. So what has that body weight done for her, where she's going to be at now?
Yeah, she's not going to be able to crack the top 10, unfortunately. She'd need a absolutely, you know, well, she'd need high 20s, which is just surely going to be a bit too much for her. Potentially 10 kilos too much, but it'll be fun to see what that body weight's done.
So going into the clean and jerks now, here's the list. Konotop in first, 105. Sturks second, 101. Chikunte, 98 in third place. And for those watching at home, Wilkins from the U.S., not eligible in the race here for the European Championships, did make a 99 snatch, though.
Which would have given her bronze if she was eligible.
Shows you how competitive the U.S. lifters have become, really. To be in third place.
It goes to show you, Max, just how good the Europeans are, though. You know, it's pretty pretty competitive session.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very good.
You know, I've heard you badmouth Europeans before, the European weightlifters.
Only on that rainy island off the coast of the mainland Europe.
Wow. That's an act of violence. What you do. Okay, so just over 5 minutes now until we get underway. A reminder as well, we do have another A session after this one. It's the men's 67 kilo category. And though it's non-Olympic, it's still full of some pretty incredible athletes. Goga Chikidze from Georgia, 2 Bulgarians, Valentin Genchev and Dian Pamporgiev. And then probably the superstar, the number 2 ranked 61 in the world, who's weighing in heavy here, Sergio Masida from Italy. We also have Gor Sahakian from Armenia, who just won the Junior World Championships a few months ago. Kaan Kariman from Turkey. I just saw him lifting well. Ferdi Hardal, also the Turkish lifter, he did 175 in the training hall.
Oh, wow.
2 days ago, which I think is kind of a crazy lift to hit 2 days out, but it was an absolute true max.
Yeah, that's really big.
We saw some strong lifting in the training hall this morning prior to these A sessions. Emily Campbell, GB plus 87, came in. The 3-time, about to be probably a 4-time European champion, worked up to a 150 kilo clean and jerk. That's pretty simple. 117 snatch from her yesterday and a 215 back squat. We saw Olivia Reeves just front squat 170, which is an enormous lift. She'll be competing in the women's 71s against the best of Europe. We saw Matty Rogers, who will be competing against Kate Vibert in the women's 81s. They both snatched around that 100 kilo mark. And Carlos Nassar finally turned up to the training hall. So he was building up in the front squat max, and I saw him go up to, he loaded 240. And so I said to him, "Are you just doing this because Nino doubled 240? And he laughed. And then he did it for 3.
That's the MO for Mr. Nassar.
Yeah.
Whatever Nino's done, he's doing a little more.
But at the same time as that happening, Nino was there. Nino snatched 165. Nino looks incredible.
Yeah.
I think he's in the shape of his life right now as well. So
yeah.
That battle.
Well, dare we say that battle may happen, but it may happen.
Yeah, I don't think there are many people who can technically battle Carlos Nassar.
Yeah.
The only one who sort of successfully has is Nino. I mean, Nino beat him in 2022 at the European Champs with a world record.
Yeah.
But, times have changed. Carlos is pretty good.
Yeah, he's in his hometown too, so I think the support he's going to get here will be pretty epic.
What was great is, this whole place is a lot of security, and they all have a T-shirt on that says Delta Security.
Yeah.
Carlos turned up in a Delta Security T-shirt. I don't know if he's sponsored by this citywide protection agency or something. I don't know, but he had it on, and we were filming him, and he's lifting. And there's maybe 10 security guards in all black with their Delta T-shirts stood right behind him. It just looked so.
Oh wow!
It looked very cool. Oh, here's that 101 from Nina Starks. Yeah. Look at that. The best,
just
technically the
lift.
best heavy snatch of her life, I'd say.
Yeah.
You compare that to the wobbliness of her opener.
Yeah, and then here's Konotop, just obliterating 102 kilos. She really is so strong.
Yeah. It's
impressive to watch.
Hopefully they actually put a camera on. There we go. Now that's where that building just to the right, the smaller one, that's the training hall, and then the big one in the middle, that's the competition venue. We're in a massive stadium here in the center of Sofia, Bulgaria. Now, Max, I don't know if you've noticed, the sides of these platforms, of the stage, It now says European Weightlifting Championship, Sofia, Bulgaria 2024. Hey, it didn't say that yesterday. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, they've added that.
That's because it did originally say that, but it said weightlifting. And we turned up, and it was spotted instantly by the Western media.
Interesting spelling.
Pointed out, and so they just instantly covered it up, and day 3, they've reprinted it. It always takes a few days to smooth this out. Almost like, you know, they have all these flags on the sides of the platform, one for every country that competes here. One of them was missed out. Now you can see it's been added at the top.
Oh, yes.
It's been stuck on, but they didn't miss out a country, so.
An interesting miss. I don't want to go there, I think.
No, I think it's best we don't even talk about it. Okay, so we're about to get back underway. This is the clean and jerk portion of the women's 59 kilo A session.
The countdown begins.
The lights are flashing. The mic is being held up. The crowd is, you know, semi-involved in this countdown, I would say. There's the KFC sponsor. It has to be said, Max, a lot more KFC in the building.
Finger looking good.
It's the post-workout meal of champions. And as we said earlier, before we went live, I defy any person to not lick their fingers after eating a KFC. You know, the Colonel was right with that one. But it's true, there are genuinely buckets of the stuff around the venue now.
I've been seeing it around a lot more now.
But it's, what I don't care for is the fact that they're communal buckets. You know, and I'm not a particularly picky guy, but I don't think I'm going to reach into another, into a group bucket.
Yeah, you don't really know where a lot of these hands have been.
103 opening attempt now from Marinella of Romania. She only made her opening snatch at 85. Very slow pull.
Lands on the toes a bit. Readjusts here. Oh, tough jerk.
Yeah, that's similar deceleration of the pull as she approaches contact. Just really, you want to be accelerating throughout that whole pull, and she really does a great job of that.
You know, doesn't even look that surprised. I wonder if that's just a very heavy lift for her.
Yeah, it's par for the course.
Yeah, looks pretty heavy for an opening lift.
During the break, Italian lifter.
So her best clean and jerk prior to this in training is 107 kilos. So 103 is a weight I feel
should be doable.
Should be able to do. She recently hurt herself though, elbow and in her trap, so that could definitely be causing a little bit of problem with her. And she is, you know, quite a way down below some of these other athletes, so there's no sort of bumping up in order to buy some time.
She'll just have to eat the 2-minute clock.
There we have Pyros fraternizing with the enemy. I think he was hanging out with the Greek coaches there.
Frowned upon by the American delegation, for sure.
Yeah, he should be over there with those two helping load the plate, but...
When you're weightlifting royalty, you can kind of
you
peruse around wherever you want.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here she comes, second attempt. She missed that opener. Very slow pull. The bar almost stops when she gets to mid-thigh. But she gets up with it. Just jerk looked a bit too heavy.
Yeah, watch the speed of this transition here. Much better clean there.
Yeah, that's way better. Way faster. And so is the jerk.
Yeah, right into the jerk. You know,
stabilize.
You see a lift like that on the second attempt, so night and day different from the first.
Oh, yeah.
You have to imagine maybe the first one was just, you know, something went wrong right off the floor. I think she hit her chin there.
Huh. Well, let's see if we get a replay.
We'll see on the replay here.
Wow, she's so far over the bar there.
Yeah, holding
Good clean there. Yeah, well, you've got to keep the bar close. I guess she did. We've all done it. Have we?
Yes.
I've done it with an empty bar.
5 kilos on the bar, please.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
She's in good spirits there. She's on the board, has a total. Discussing with her coach. Oh, Zoe's pulled out.
She has, yeah. Okay. We thought perhaps Zoe Smith, Team GB, was going to take some clean and jerks, but she has opted not to. So both Zoe and Lucrezia Magistris are out of this competition, bringing the total number of competitors down to 10. 2 kilo jump here for Marinella Morosan from 103 to 105. 2 kilo jump. And there's Sofia Georgopoulou from Greece. She'll be the next athlete out at 107. The heaviest opener ridden in, 120 from Camilla. But Nina Sturks has 117 and Dora Chakunte 115. Those two are going to be trying to get themselves into the top 10. Meanwhile, the athlete at 10 is Taylor Wilkins. She's asked for 119 for her opener. Very heavy opening attempt for her. .105 third attempt. This for a 190 total.
That slow pull again, but she's made the clean.
Yeah. That's
nice
good
jerk.
play.
Got to hold it.
Yeah,
well
great
done.
lift.
Yeah.
And, you know, she doesn't wear a belt, which you wonder. You know, normally a belt would help with standing up the clean, maybe even the pull a little bit. And for an athlete who looks so clearly limited by strength, it's sort of surprised that she doesn't wear one. But sometimes athletes try them and it just doesn't.
Yeah, it's personal preference in a lot of cases,
they
right?
just don't jive with it.
Sofia Georgopoulou.
Georgopoulou here. First attempt at 109.
Alina, prepare to follow.
Nice clean.
Very smooth technique.
A very strong jerk,
Yeah.
too.
Quite a short step.
Yeah.
Didn't have to drop under it much.
She looks
made
a bit
it
tired
surprising
there.
amount of height. She does. That's a great lift, 109.
10 kilo on the bar, please.
Best clean jerk is 110.
Presenting individual
So it's a heavy opener.
for the first attempt, Alina Shipanova. Time starts.
Yeah, beautiful lift.
Prepare to follow.
Shapanava here. 110 kilos. Pretty comfortable clean. Oh,
Wow.
very strong jerk. You know, what she didn't make in the snatch
Yeah.
is making up here in the clean and jerk. That's really powerful.
She really emphasizes the slightly delayed movement and then landing of the front foot in the jerk.
Yeah.
It's not quite Toma levels, but it's noticeable.
Representing France.
Yeah, take a look at the feet there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good work.
Change of athletes.
Yeah, she said that she's had a few injuries, but nothing that's prevented her from training. Just the usual weightlifting problems.
You know, there's no pain in weightlifting, just a lot of discomfort.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, nobody feels good in this sport.
Yeah, I think in most sports. Those
At this
sports
level,
at
yeah.
the highest level are it's quite a toll on your body for sure.
Yeah.
We have from Finland.
So yeah, quick reminder that in that B session we saw Jessica Gordon-Brown with a 110. She also snatched 90, 200 total. Monika Zemanek from Poland also made 110.
Sophia, prepare to follow.
200 is definitely the total to beat though from that B session.
Now, Sophia Georgopoulou, representing Greece, second attempt.
Georgopoulou out again. She's coming out for 112.
Personal best for her.
Very good clean.
Yeah.
Really smooth. Doesn't have the biggest split here in the jerk, but
Got high
nice,
on it and
yeah.
a good lockout.
Yeah, great job getting overhead. She is happy with that.
Personal best, that puts her up at 202 kilos.
13 loaders.
New record for her.
Yeah, she's got a shot here at maybe a 115 if she really wants it.
Representing France.
It'd be a stretch, but it's possible.
Yeah. I guess she's going to want to go for it. 3 kilo jump, might as well.
From Finland, Sara Retulainen, same weight, 113.
Garance will be out next for France. 115 is her best. She told us that she injured her elbow when she made it, though, in Qatar back in December. Is she going to come out? I think she might have bumped up.
Yeah, Garance has moved.
So that's going to bring out Sara from Finland.
One loaders, 114 on the bar.
Now we're to 114.
This will be the first attempt, representing Romania, Andrea Cătruce.
Oh, Cătruce's opening at 14. Wow.
Yeah, that's massive.
She must plan to try and get into the 120 range. This is 4 kilos over what she did last year at a lighter weight class.
Yeah.
She is a very strong clean and jerk as well.
Yeah, she won the European Championships last year with a 110, I think, in the 55 kilo category.
Yeah, so strong in the clean. Little stumble there in the recovery.
Yeah, but
But
the jerk
just,
is
yeah.
so good. You know, she flicks the wrists back.
Yeah.
Foot placement's very nice. Her balance is just where it needs to be.
You know, she looked back at her coach as though that was kind of a confusingly hard lift for her. I think she's got quite a bit more in her.
Well, I knew she was going to do well when we saw her in the training hall a few days ago, and she power cleaned 105. And I just thought, well, we've never seen you do more than 110, and that 105 looked very easy. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think we could see 120 from her for sure. Sara lifting here in 14.
121 she told us that she's made in training this year.
Ooh, tough recovery all over the footwork there.
Yeah.
But a very strong jerk.
Very strong.
By the skin of her teeth there.
Yeah, I think she knows she made that trickier than it maybe needed to be.
Yeah.
She came way up onto her toes, heels off the floor when she stood that up.
Waiting for the first attempt, representing France.
So Garance, I think, will now come out. She had a very good start to the year in training, despite that little sprain that she had of the elbow in December.
They're continuing to play the music here pretty loudly
She's,
until she steps on the platform.
She's got 10 seconds. She's not got long.
Yeah. That clock is running down. She's at 5. Last second she pulls.
This equals her best, I think. And it looks
A little bit of a fight. She's got to fight.
Yeah, she
Just
couldn't hold it
can't
long
stabilize it. That's very frustrating. You know,
those are. She'll just go up.
Those are challenging and painful lifts because it eats up an enormous amount of energy to fight with the bar that much, but then to walk away with nothing is so demoralizing.
It's very powerful in the legs.
Yeah, the question becomes, what does she do from here? You could see on the bottom of the dip there, she collapsed a little bit.
Yeah, she did.
Just never quite able to stabilize overhead.
It's worth just reminding everybody that she doesn't technically have to get into the top 10 because France gets 2 sort of invites. So she just needs to get ahead of Dora. So if Dora was in 14th and she got into 13th and she was one of the best women in French weightlifting, she still might get the invite. So her battle more so than the top 10 is definitely just to beat Dora.
Do we know the French qualification system internally? Because, you know, she might need to get ahead of multiple people in different weight classes.
Oh, she definitely does, but I'm just thinking there's not a lot. There's not a lot of depth necessarily. I mean, there's Vicky Grayo.
Yeah, Vicky Grayo, and then...
there's also Marie Fegway, who's outright in the top 10. And she's definitely going to get her spot.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, fell back there, got rocked back onto her heels and didn't quite get back out of the bar before she fell over.
150 kilo remains on.
I was looking at the rankings as that lift happened, so I didn't quite see what went on there.
Yeah, just landed on her heels and didn't quite get up. That's always a very precarious position there.
She's very lucky to get away without an elbow, a wrist break there.
Yeah, you really, not something you want to see happen.
Because your forearms are normally longer than the gap between the floor and the bar.
Yeah.
So you can't be vertical with the elbows.
Yeah, you have to let go of the bar or hold on to it and fall backwards, the elbows up.
I almost need to see a very slow-mo replay of that to see how she... How on earth she escaped that?
Her elbow may have actually touched the platform.
I think it did, whilst her wrist was still on the bar.
You can see that. You know, the fact that her elbow hit the platform,
how did she
but nothing happened to the wrist is a miracle.
Yeah, it's a miracle. Okay, Georgopoulos, as you mentioned, Max.
115 here.
115.
This is going to be a tough clean for her. A lot of the fight for her is going to be in getting up out of the hole with that bar. Great technician, very smooth, keeps the bar close. Catch a great rebound here.
Oh, I wonder.
Nope, the double bounce doesn't work there.
Yeah, she does use all of her strength as best as she can. She's a great technician.
Yeah, absolute limit attempt though.
Yeah, she's not got a big excess in strength like some of these other athletes. She's got to be absolutely perfect to make these lifts. So Elena, final attempt, she gave us a bit of a fright on her second attempt miss at 115 there, the way she fell back. But she's going to come out, we think. Yep, final attempt. Personal best of 114, so this is a massive lift for her.
Much better lift.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was going to be a press out anyways.
Yeah.
She got the down signal before even finishing.
116 kilograms.
That's frustrating. 2 attempts down, nothing on the board yet.
Representing France, Dora.
Yeah, so just
Really
2 for 6, unfortunately.
Limited places to go as well for more rest.
We have a technical stop.
4 athletes still to open, and those are the 4 that snatched the best. Taylor Wilkins, Dora Chakunte, Nina Starks, Camilla Konotop. There's Dora on your screen right now. She's asked for 116. I think she's the next athlete out. But there's been a stop. I'm not sure what the stop's about.
Yeah, the clock's not running. It doesn't say tech stop, though.
No.
We don't see what's going on. I wonder if the score system is malfunctioning.
We'll continue shortly after we saw
French coach, Debaya.
Okay, there's
Very
been a
good lift
change. I think Dora put in to go 117. Yep, she has done. Maybe there was an issue. That brings out Sarah for her second attempt at 116. We'll see now if Sarah.
Nope, Sturks is
Magdalena
at
does
17
want to.
now.
Okay, so Sarah
Yeah.
bumped up to 17. So it goes to Nina.
All right, we're good to go. Loaders, 170 kilograms.
Nina Starks 117. This will give her a 218 kilo total, which doesn't move her up in the ranking because she has a ranking right now of 11th in the world with a 220 kilo total. But it does probably solidify her a medal at the European Championships.
Yeah.
After which she can then start playing the game of improving her Olympic ranking.
Big pull.
It's a really strong clean. Oh, did she
passed out there?
She passed out. They need to get the belt off quickly.
Comes the Georgian doctor. Yeah, I think she was blacking out there before attempting the jerk.
It's amazing that she went for that when she was so close to passing out.
Yeah, she's just
because
such a
she
fighter.
dropped instantly as soon as she sort of stepped out.
Yeah.
She was out cold.
Yeah.
So she must have dip and drived whilst she was going.
You know, it almost reminds me of last year, Katruda just dropping to the platform.
I mean, that was a bit scary.
That was, yeah,
She
very
fell
scary.
completely back with the bar still racked. That was not nice.
So Chakunte becomes
Also, when
the
Katruta
lifter.
did it, she was almost visually trying to hold on to reality as she fell.
Yeah, she went to a different universe
You
for
could
a
see
minute.
her reaching out, almost grasping to pull herself back to life.
Yeah.
She just dropped. Then a minute later, she comes back out and becomes European champ.
Dora Chakunte just
Slow,
absolutely
measured.
Yeah, stone-faced.
But then it's so powerful.
Strong clean.
Oh, so the athletes who are in 13th, 12th, and 11th not doing so well in the clean and jerk.
Remaining with the second weight. Now representing Finland, Sara Retulainen, second attempt. Nina, be ready to follow.
Wow.
Well, you know, there's that top 10, and then there's the European Championships on the line here.
Yeah. These athletes are all opening heavy for the Olympics rankings, and we just don't want them to lose the opportunity to at least medal at the Continentals as well. is Sarah Retulainen. Coming out at 117. She made 114 on her opener. It was tough going up on her toes, but she's made 121 in training this year.
Nice clean.
This is going to be a 3 kilo international record. Wow.
She's got to fight with it. Well done.
Amazing. It took so long to give her the down signal, but she just held it.
She gets a 2-to-1 call there, the center ref giving her a red light.
Yeah. Not sure what he saw. It looked pretty good. Good to me.
So 17 again now for Nina Sturks.
Representing Belgium, 1 minute. She goes up. Next lifter.
Well, she's bumped up.
Second
Kunte taking the 117 now.
Who bumped?
Sturks bumped.
Oh, Sturks bumped to 18, yeah. Yeah, I mean, she takes 18, that puts her at a 219 total, and then she basically wants something like a 221, 222 to make any difference to the rankings.
Yeah,
so she'll have to go up into the sort of 121 range.
Yeah. So Chikunte missed this just a few minutes ago. Super strong clean, but the jerk was just nowhere to be found, out in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a hard lifter to get a read on. She's just so methodical and really approaches the bar with very little emotion. Strong clean again. Up. There's the jerk.
Yeah, she always looks up when she's overhead. Some athletes do it.
Easy lift for her.
Yeah, that looks good.
118 kilos on the bar.
And with that lift, she gets a 215 kilo total. Her ranking total at the moment is 216, so she's a kilo under that. You know, she's basically looking at Lucrezia Magistris, who's in number 12th right now in the world. And we know that with the removal of Taylor Wilkins and potentially Camilla Konotop, 12th becomes 10th and goes to the Olympics.
Yeah.
So she just needs to move ahead of Lucrezia. So she needs 2 more kilos. And she just made 117, so she just needs 119 basically. And that could do it. I mean, it's not safe, but it might be safe.
Big
Massive
lift here, yeah. 118. Powerful clean.
Yeah, it's really good. Wow. Oh. Almost.
You know, it's so shocking to see that. She's such a strong jerk. Just recovered a bit too quickly. The bar was not where it needed to be. And there it is. She has one more attempt.
Do you know what happened there? Did you see? I barely
think,
work out
you know,
what went on.
the bar went forward and she was not balanced. It might have felt that way, or the recovery was just not right.
Yeah. Okay, here comes Nina Sturks. 101, 118. If she makes it 219, it's going to be almost certainly a medal in the total. She had the best snatch day of her life. 101, 2 kilo personal record. First time snatching over 100 kilos in competition.
It gets rocked back a bit. Recovers though. Oh, you know that
is tough. This is so disappointing. She has to stay strong.
You know, I don't know if she's...
She might be taking her time purposefully.
Just emotional, or if she's, just trying to wrap her head around it. Yeah.
We'll continue.
You know, the position she got into in the bottom, or at the bottom of that split in that jerk, you can see on the replay here. Push back on the clean, balances and gets up. Doesn't quite get her head through on the jerk, leans back pretty far, and then just inevitably loses that bar behind. Just not there.
Yeah, she does catch that bar with a slightly leant back torso.
Yeah, she looks a bit stunned there. You know, I don't know if maybe she was passing out as well, and that.
So, Max, what does she do? Does she take this again and guarantee that she doesn't improve her ranking?
Well, you know,
and
it's
still be a ranked 49 and not a ranked 59.
It's one of those questions.
Yeah.
You know, what did she just? What was the intent? What was the plan before they came into this competition? She doesn't want to be.
100% it was to get into the top 10.
Yeah. So if that's the case,
rank.
then she has to take the lift she needs to get in the top 10. There's, you know, whatever your plan is and your priorities, and you've got them, you know, basically set in stone before you come here.
In which case, she has to go up 3 kilos and take 121.
You know. Katruda 118. Last one looked pretty good, but she just rushed the recovery on that jerk.
Very nice.
She's got to hold this and stabilize before she recovers.
Forward, but
much better.
Wow.
That's the lift.
And she's happy. She does some sort of dance.
Yep.
We've seen her do something like that before. She looks tired.
Yeah. Great performance from her, though.
Yeah, a good way to kick off her career as a 59. That's 94 in the snatch, 118 in the clean and jerk. A 4 kilo snatch record, an 8 kilo clean and jerk record. Massive record in the total for her. 212 kilos for the 55 kilo European champion, now 59. And the opening attempt of Taylor Wilkins, so it looks like Mike Gattone is bumping it up to 120. Can't quite see what it was, but it didn't look like 119 to me. Third attempt now for Saara Ritalainen, 119.
Oh, great clean. Fast recovery there.
Oh my word. I mean,
what
the best
an
jerk of all
absolutely
three.
night and day difference there.
Where did that come from? She doesn't even know. When you look at how tough that 114 clean was.
Wow.
Wow, that means a lot to her.
Just overcome with emotion on that lift.
Yeah.
Such an incredible performance.
I mean, her best clean jerk before this was 114, and she opened with it. And then gets 119. Insane.
Yeah, look at this.
What a day out.
Beautiful clean.
Taylor Wilkins, first attempt.
Wilkins opening at 100. Nope.
Taylor had 120 written in, and they bumped her.
Here she is.
Yeah, she's coming out. So let's look at her situation. She's in 10th in the world right now with 221. Whether or not she's thinking that she can get, she'd have to get into basically 5th or 4th in the world to be in with a chance of going for the US, which is, you know, 14 kilos more than she has made, basically, 13 kilos. But this would put her at 219. Her best is 221.
She would have to take a...
She needs something like 234, 233.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be going for that.
It'd be a hefty clean.
It'd be a 10 kilo PR. That looks good.
I think she may get... She's got to fight with it. She's got to stabilize. I think she's going to get red lights. Got a lot of...
How many times did they say no lift? Wait.
I wonder...
Okay, so she...
The jury stopped,
okay,
yeah.
she got...
I think she had pressed it out before she even stopped.
Before she started fighting
yeah,
with
I
it?
think, yeah.
And then something happened to the no lift buzzer because that went off about 5 times.
Well, I think it was an echo feedback or something.
Oh, right.
It was really odd, yeah.
Okay, that's not the angle for it. I don't know. I mean,
this is tough.
As she stabilizes it, the elbows are flicking about, but
I could see
not
this
pressing.
being one of those.
I think it's a good lift.
Yeah, this.
Let's look at the actual cam that we've got in the building.
And her elbows are wobbling, but they're not really unlocking.
We've got a good angle of it here.
It was shaky. It wasn't pretty, but, you know, this looks to be good. Let's see.
I'm saying this is a good lift. This, well, it's that bit just there, isn't it? There's a moment.
You know, we've seen, I would say we've seen worse lifts overturned.
Oh, yeah, we've seen worse lifts than this given straight away.
Yeah, given away.
It's this bit.
Right there.
Just there, yeah.
They've
reversed it. I think that is exceptionally harsh of them.
Yeah.
I think that's a good lift.
Previously it was a no lift.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Okay, let's continue. We have 120 kilos still on the bar. Second attempt. 4. Hans Rigaud.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good call.
Very strict.
I think that's the first one where I've felt more strongly that I disagree with the call. But the call's been made. Back to Garance. She's tried this sort of 120 range before and been unable to do it. Now, she's also playing the Olympic game because she's just trying to move ahead of Dora, right? She missed 115.
Yeah.
She's gone up 5 kilos.
Yep. I mean, this is exactly the kind of attempt that we've talked about. These really big, just going for it, you know.
What's crazy, though, is even if she made this, she'd still be behind Dora.
Yeah.
But she might be looking at a clean and jerk medal. And her legs are very strong.
Very good clean. That jerk's just not there.
No lift.
Yeah, it's a very heavy lift.
So
120 kilo remains on the
We're
bar.
over double body weight at this point.
3 lifters to finish here. 4 lifters. Durance, Sturks, Kunte, and Wilkins, all before Konotop even opens.
Are you ready to follow? Taylor once more. So
Yep, Taylor's going to go up, I think.
Dora
Yeah.
representing France.
So Dora takes 120. That will give her
To take the lead.
a 218 total, which does exactly what they want. It moves her into 12th, which we think will become 10th, and it bumps Lucrezia Magistris out of the position. Wow, this is the first consequential lift in terms of the Olympics. This
will change
basically switches round the last entrance, we think, into the Olympics. Of course, all these athletes can come back in Thailand in April, which we'll be streaming at Weightlifting House TV as well. You can catch it there, but this is their penultimate chance, and this is a big moment. This will equal
Oh
her
my
best.
lord, what a fight.
No, it's going back down.
It's just, I don't think I've seen someone hold that position that long. You know, maybe a double bounce would have been a better strategy.
I tell you one thing, the Italians are breathing a sigh of relief in the back room. They live to fight one more competition.
Yeah.
One more competition.
Well, yeah, Magistris doesn't lose the positioning she had in the list. The position she gets into is just so awful.
Oh,
there.
my word.
Jumps forward on her heels and then just doesn't make the adjustment to rebounce.
120 kilo.
It's Taylor and Garance.
120 kilo remains on the bar.
So here come the adjustments.
Third attempt goes for
Camilla Konotop has now dropped her opener down from 125 to 121.
Yeah, she's just going to sweep in here, make a victory, win this, and then
this
probably
would
do whatever
win it.
she wants for the second to make the gold medal clean and jerk.
Yeah, and then go.
And then be done.
Okay, so Garance is doing she's playing the game. She's going for 124.
Wow.
Despite having missed 115 and 120. 124 would put her at 217 in the total.
So Konotop here. This lift will surely lock in gold medal in the total. She's just so far ahead in the snatch. It's just an effortless clean.
Power jack coming.
Yeah, just absolutely ridiculous.
Amazing. Just amazing. What a lifter. You know, second best 59 in the world. Well, third or fourth really when you include the other Chinese athlete and North Korea who don't count in the rankings, but in terms of Olympic rankings. Now, I just want to say quickly, what's interesting here is Garance isn't even trying to get to 12th. She's trying to get to 13th. She's just trying to go a kilo over Dora and get to 13th because France gets they get the offers from the Olympics just because it's in their country. They don't have to necessarily be in the top 10. So they're playing an even more sort of meta game than anyone.
So Sturks and Garance, neither one has made a clean and jerk. They would need to make these lifts just to get a placing here at the European Championships. They're obviously gunning for the Olympic qualification list. So
this is a 2:23. This puts her at
huge lift.
From 11th to 9th.
Yeah, this moves her up on the list where she needs to be.
Personal record if she makes it. Oh, it's tough,
clean.
But she is up.
Look at that.
Can she hold it? She can't.
Everything slips away there.
Wow. She's just, once again...
I think she's passed
take
out.
The belt off as well. There we go, the belt's off.
No worries.
This is very tough. She's she's definitely not really two. She's come to now. They're just getting the blood back, lifting the legs up.
Such a painful way to go.
But this is what we're seeing as a consequence of the new qualifying procedure for the Olympics. Is we're seeing athletes come to the European Championships capable of taking the silver medal at the European Championships and having no...
Disregarding the competition in and of
total
itself.
disregard. These athletes, all they're thinking about is their Olympic ranking. I wonder if they need to tweak the way they qualify next Olympics, because it's changing the way these competitions are.
Well, knowing the IWF, they'll just completely do something totally different.
Yeah, they won't tweak it. They're just going to reinvent
throw it out and try something completely new.
Yeah.
So this is a huge lift, 124 kilograms for Taylor Wilkins. It doesn't mean anything in this competition, but this is a big lift for her.
Equals her best, right?
Yeah.
But it gives her a personal best in the total.
Yeah. It would move her up the rankings, too. 223. Or make that 10th place a little bit harder to get to.
122. She said she's made in training this year. That's a
tough
tough
grind on the clean.
She does have a strong jerk. But
yeah,
not after that clean.
Wasn't even close.
Yeah, this is this session is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's a bloodbath, really.
It really
is.
is.
Just a lot of misses here.
Yeah.
We've had one bomb out so far. Two lifters. Both need to make a lift to total.
This will be this. Okay, so this is a great example of the Olympic qualifying procedure. Garance's best clean and jerk is 115. She's about to attempt 124 to try and move ahead of Dora.
I mean, it's
and
just
maybe get an invite to the Olympics.
You know, it's a crazy. If she makes this lift, this would be an absolutely amazing lift. She opened with her best ever clean and jerk. Up 9 kilos. Not a single lift on the board in the clean and jerk.
Yeah, 9 kilo personal record.
If she doesn't make this, she won't place in the competition. But she's obviously gunning for the Olympic spot.
The number of athletes we've spoken to over the last few weeks who said that if they have to take 10 kilo personal best to try and go to the Olympics, they'll go under them. And this is our first real example of it.
Yeah. She's very strong. She's powerful in the clean. Yep, there it is in the clean. Can she make the jerk?
Insane.
It's just not even close.
Wow.
So
okay.
2 lifters now have bombed out of this competition.
4.
4.
Yeah. Well, if you include Zoe,
Yeah.
she withdrew more so.
Yeah, Zoe withdrew.
But 3 actual bomb outs plus a withdrawal. But way more mislifts than made in the cleaner jerk.
Wilkins going for
I mean, who was it we
again.
spoke with earlier? Chris Murray.
Yeah.
Who's just dropped down to 73 to have a go at the Olympics. And he said if he's got to go under 195, or was it 199, he said he would. He said 200 he wouldn't, because that's his PR deadlift.
I think he said 201.
Okay, so he'd go under that, under the 200.
Yeah.
But he said, oh yeah, whatever I have to do, he'll go under it.
Yeah.
When it comes to it in Thailand. So 124 for Taylor. This puts her from 10th to 9th in the Olympic rankings.
That's a huge clean and jerk.
And it's
Last one
best.
was a bit tough on the recovery. She has a better clean. She's got a better chance in that jerk. Forward on the toes. Can she settle?
It's definitely
Guts
a
it
harder
out.
clean, but it's a huge lift.
There's just no way after
No,
that
I mean,
clean.
how can you? You can't. It's so...
I mean, that took a piece of her soul, probably.
I think that took all of it.
Wow. Well, it doesn't really have much of an effect. She's not in the competition, so she came here, got to lift some big weights, snatched well.
That's the 5th athlete out of 12 to not get a total.
And then Camilla Konotop in a very different league here.
Camilla could just withdraw at this point, and she's got 3 golds.
Yeah.
And this is what happens when you're not playing the Olympic game because you're 2nd in the world. And
yeah,
you
she's
know,
so far ahead.
Ukraine isn't allowed to go anyway because of some doping issues.
Mm.
But she's not thinking about those numbers. She's just here to lift.
I mean, such an easy clean and jerk.
Oh, that looks
a little shaky.
A little
but
shaky.
Maybe just because she rushed through.
I think she could even just withdraw now if she wanted to.
Well, the question is, does she even take another attempt, or did she
looks
just want to
around,
have the
what's
last
going on?
lift on the platform there?
That's what I wonder. Get the last lift in, and then.
European record attempt or not? What do you say?
Will she go? Yeah. Will she go for a European record attempt? What would she need?
Yes or no?
131.
131. I don't think so personally. I think she can clean it. I don't feel as confident about the jerk. I mean, I'd love to see it, of course.
Now we have automatic increase for 1 kilo, 126 kilos on the bar.
But it seems like a lot. The best total is 236. That's far from happening today. She is making a change, so that means that the coaches are doing something, and they wouldn't make a change if they were going to pull her out.
Yeah.
Oh no, she has withdrawn. Yeah.
That's it.
The change was to withdraw. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of the competition. The women's 59A session. This was once again a demonstration of what happens when the qualifying procedures for the Olympics change. People don't play for the European champs. You know, I didn't even know who. I couldn't even tell you without looking at the scoreboard what the order was because everyone was playing a different game.
Yeah.
Gold medal to Camilla Konotop, 3 golds, 105, 125, 230. The silver medal to Dora, 98, 117. That's a French silver. Bronze to Finland, Sara Retalainen, 95, 119. Huge personal best for her in the clean and jerk and total. I mean, she really had the standout performance in many ways.
Yeah, 5 for 6 as well.
5 for 6. And then the 2 main chasers to get into the top 10, Nina Sturks and Lucrezia Magistris, both fell prey to the Olympic qualifying goal and bombed out. Garance Rougeau also, same thing, she bombed out. Zoe Smith withdrew after her opener, tough day for her. A bloodbath, Max.
Yeah, brutal session.
Really tough stuff.